Ever dreamed of becoming royalty overnight? Well, it actually happened to one British princess. Meet Maud, the girl who went from hanging out in Buckingham Palace to suddenly becoming Queen of Norway. From glittering ballrooms to snowy mountains, Maud's story is cooler than any fairy tale. Want to know how this accidental queen rocked her new job and changed what it means to be royal? Stick around because we're about to spill all the tea on Queen Maud, the princess who became an awesome queen by just being herself. Born in 1869, Maud of Wales was the youngest daughter of the future King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra. Growing up in the heart of the British royal family, she enjoyed a privileged childhood filled with the comforts and education befitting a princess of her time. Known affectionately as Harry to her family, Maud was something of a tomboy in her youth, developing a love for outdoor activities like horseback riding and cycling. As she blossomed into a young woman, Maud caught the eye of many for her beauty and grace. She participated in royal events and ceremonies, representing the British crown with poise. However, it was her first cousin, Prince Karl of Denmark, who ultimately won her heart. The two had known each other since childhood, with Karl frequently visiting England. Their relationship deepened over time, leading to their marriage in 1896 at Buckingham Palace. The newlyweds settled into life in Denmark, where Karl served as a naval officer. They welcomed their only child, Prince Alexander, in 1903. Maud maintained close ties with her British family, often returning to England for visits. However, their lives took an unexpected turn in 1905, when Norway, seeking independence from Sweden, offered Karl the Norwegian throne. After careful consideration and a public referendum, Karl accepted, becoming King Haakon VII of Norway. This twist of fate transformed Maud from a Danish princess to the Queen of Norway. While she had always lived a life of privilege, her new role brought fresh challenges and responsibilities. Maud embraced her position with dedication, working to support her husband and serve her adopted country. Her journey from British princess to Norwegian queen marked a significant chapter in her life, blending her royal upbringing with a new national identity. Maud's path to becoming Queen of Norway was rather unexpected and came about through a unique set of historical circumstances. In 1905, Norway was in the process of dissolving its union with Sweden, which had been in place since 1814. As part of this separation, Norway needed to choose a new monarch. The country wanted to establish its own royal family, but also sought to maintain good relations with other European powers. The Norwegian government approached Karl with the offer of the throne. However, Karl was initially hesitant. He insisted that the Norwegian people should have a say in the decision. As a result, a referendum was held in November 1905. Where the Norwegian people voted overwhelmingly in favor of a monarchy over a republic. With this public mandate, Karl accepted the offer to become King of Norway. He took the reign name of Haakon VII, choosing a traditional Norwegian royal name to emphasize his commitment to his new country. On November 25, 1905, Haakon VII was sworn in as King of Norway, and Maud automatically became Queen Consort. Maud's transition to her new role wasn't without challenges. She had to adapt to a new country, learn a new language, and take on the responsibilities of a queen. However, her royal background and sense of duty helped her navigate this unexpected turn in her life. Over time, Maud grew into her role, becoming a respected figure in Norway and playing a significant part in establishing the new Norwegian monarchy. Queen Maud's primary royal residence in Norway was the Royal Palace in Oslo, a grand neoclassical building that still serves as the official residence of the Norwegian monarch today. Built in the mid-19th century, the palace became Maud's home when she and King Haakon VII took up residence there in 1905. While impressive, it was more modest compared to the opulent palaces Maud had known in Britain. The Royal Palace in Oslo provided Maud with a blend of regal surroundings and personal comfort. She took an active interest in decorating and modernizing parts of the palace, bringing in elements that reflected her British background and personal tastes. Maud had her own suite of rooms where she could retreat from official duties, including a bedroom, dressing room, and a sitting room where she often entertained close friends and family. But that's not all. Maud and her family spent time at Bigdo Royal Estate, a more relaxed summer residence on the outskirts of Oslo. This property allowed Maud to indulge in her love of nature and gardening. She took a keen interest in the estate's gardens, often personally overseeing their care and development. The less formal atmosphere at Bigdo provided a welcome contrast to the pomp and ceremony of the main palace, allowing the royal family to enjoy a semblance of normal family life. Now let's look at Maud's wardrobe. She was renowned for her elegant sense of style and impressive collection of jewelry, earning her a reputation as one of the best-dressed royals of her era. Her wardrobe was a proof to her refined taste and her position as a royal figure straddling both British and Norwegian society. Maud frequently traveled to Paris and London for her clothing, favoring top designers and keeping up with the latest fashion trends. Her outfits ranged from elaborately beaded evening gowns for state functions to tailored daywear that reflected the changing styles of the early 20th century. As for jewelry, Maud possessed an extraordinary collection that showcased both her royal heritage and her status as Queen of Norway. Many of her pieces were gifts from her parents, including a stunning diamond and pearl tiara that remains a centerpiece of the Norwegian royal collection today. Maud also owned an impressive array of necklaces, brooches, and earrings, often featuring large diamonds, pearls, and other precious gemstones. She had a particular fondness for tiaras and owned several, which she wore with grace at royal events and in official portraits. That's not all. Maud was known for wearing her jewels with discretion and taste. She often chose pieces that complemented her outfits rather than overwhelming them, showing a keen eye for balance in her overall appearance. Maud's style evolved with the times, transitioning from the more ornate Edwardian fashions of her youth to the sleeker lines of the 1920s and 30s. Now let's talk about her travels. Queen Maud was an avid traveler, frequently journeying between her adopted home in Norway and her native Britain. Her travels were a blend of official state visits and personal trips, often undertaken in the lap of luxury befitting her royal status. When crossing the North Sea, Maud typically traveled on royal yachts or well-appointed steamships, enjoying private cabins and top-notch service. For land journeys, she often used private trains, complete with specially outfitted royal carriages that provided comfort and privacy. Maud's reign coincided with a violent period in European history, most notably World War I. The war had a profound impact on Europe's royal families, many of whom were closely related. It strained relationships and led to significant changes in the continent's political landscape. For Maud, it meant navigating complex family ties while supporting Norway's neutral stance during the conflict. This period likely reinforced her appreciation for a more modest royal lifestyle and her focus on duty over luxury. Throughout her time as queen, Maud was acutely aware of her responsibilities as a role model for the Norwegian people. She balanced her royal duties with her personal interests, such as gardening and horseback riding, presenting an image of a hardworking yet relatable monarch. Her approach to royal life, which combined dignity with simplicity, helped establish a tone for the Norwegian monarchy that emphasized service and connection to the people, rather than pomp and extravagance. Did Maud's crazy journey from princess to surprise queen amaze your mind? Tell us your favorite part in the comments. Was it the overnight crown, the people's vote, or Maud's epic queen transformation? Remember, history is full of amazing stories just waiting to be discovered. So stay curious, and who knows what incredible tales we'll uncover next time? See you in our next video.